Big A, I have a Get Smarter post on Reddit if you want to check it out. What is this? No fucking shot, dude. I just want you guys to do a quick scan of what this guy sent me. What do you want me to do with this? This is a fucking, you wrote me a thesis. Meme stock investors are something else. Citadel is basically $0. The crazy thing is an everyday citizen would get laughed out of a bank with a balance sheet that leveraged. It's not leveraged. Are they just saying that the assets and liabilities lining up, which is what a balance sheet is? This is completely normal. Am I misunderstanding it? He highlighted assets and liabilities, they're balanced, which is what it's supposed to do. In chat, a balance sheet is supposed to have all of the things you own, your assets, all the things that you have debt for, everything you have to spend or what your liabilities are. And that should be less, ideally, if you're a good business. And then the difference is here, members capital. But at the bottom, when it says this plus members capital, that should line up. I generally don't understand how a balance sheet is always balanced. I'm hoping to explain it. So everything good you have goes in assets. Everything that you owe goes in liabilities. Okay. And then whatever's left over is called equity. That's like what you've taken out of the business. Like if I run a lemonade stand for a year and I have, you know, I made $20,000 and I have the value of the lemonade stand, and then I have like the small loan I took out as my liabilities, whatever's left over is like the profit I made, like whatever I can give back to shareholders. That's members capital, that's equity. So at the bottom, once you add that back into this, it should line up. It should be dead even. That's like how a balance sheet, that's what it's called, a balance sheet. It should balance. I'm in an accounting class right now and you're activating my fight or flight. This is what I'm talking about, is like the syllabus, bro. This is day one. I'm not even, why is no profit good? Sorry, I'm dumb. No. Maybe I should use a paint screen. I want to get this across because I think this is a good, this is like intro to accounting and like good to understand. This will be nice in life. You got a business, right? This is your business. We'll call it Chat Corp. And you want to make a balance sheet, okay? Balance sheet is just a list of everything you own. This is assets. So you have like what? You got your winning personalities. What do you think that's worth? What do you guys think your winning personalities are worth? Let's say $7. You got all your subs to Aatrox. Those are very valuable. So let's call that $100,000. Okay. You got your Aatrox coin, which is like almost incalculable wealth. But let's say that's worth another 100 grand. Okay. Now, what do you owe? What did it cost you to get all this? You know, what was your, what debt did you take out? What are negative things you have on your book? So you might have like, you know, gambling debts. Gambling debts of $200,000. So your corporation, see, you've canceled these out. So you have $7 left over. Now that goes here, equity. This is what you get to return to your shareholders at the end of the day. But on a balance sheet, you know, E goes here. So it adds up. So this side should equal this side, okay? Which it does, 200,007, 200,007. That's the idea. The balance sheet is just a listing of everything. And then the equity is showing you what you get to take home, what the people that invested in the business, if it all sold today, would get as equity. Fun fact, this is actually EVE Online gameplay. I should change my game to EVE Online, bro. This is how these fucking lunatics play that game for fucking 6 months, just making space balance sheets. What if there was negative? It's a great question. So what if your liabilities exceeded your assets? Let's say you're a bad company who has more debt than you have assets. Happens all the time. Let's say you have fucking 300,000 of gambling debt. Then you have negative equity. So you'd put equity here and you would put negative 99,993. And you'd put in parentheses like this, okay? You have negative equity, which means the business owners have not only made money, they've technically lost money. Not a good situation to be in. Me, IRL, not gonna lie. What do you mean you have negative equity? You're not a business. You can't have negative. You just mean you owe more than you have. That's not unreasonable if you're young. Like, I think most people who graduate college have student loans. Their student loans are greater than their net worth. I think that's pretty normal. I think cosmically it's weird that we have people do this regularly. It sucks, but like I think it's relatively normal. Your net worth is low when you start because you don't have anything. A good way to think about it, like I think it might even be easier to understand if you don't think about it like a business, you think about it like a person, right? Because this way you can just figure out, like, for example, let's say you own a house and your house is worth 250K. You could sell this house today for 250K. You still owe money on the house. Like you still have a mortgage. So let's say you have like $225,000 left on your house payment. So this is just giving you a better idea. So what you have as a person, if you were to sell everything, if you were to blank it all out, your equity is 25K. This is a good way to think about it as a person. Like, let's say you own a bunch of Gucci flip-flops worth, you know, 20,000, but you have credit card debt of fucking 22K because you spent on them and they can only sell for less. It's just it's a good idea of like, you know, what it costs you to get everything, what it's worth now. If you sold it all, where you'd be at. What about as a streamer? I mean, as a streamer, like, it's interesting because I think so many of your assets as a streamer are ephemeral. What I mean by that is like, you have like a brand, you know, you have subscribers that like are more likely to see your stuff. You don't own a lot of hard assets as a streamer. Like I own a PC, high-end Starforge PC worth, you know, 5K or something. I mean, if you're XQC, there's a McLaren here and there's like 2 houses, but like for me, as a streamer, as my streaming business, my assets would be a YouTube channel. Would have to value at some cash flow. You know, I have to value, yeah, it would be goodwill, which is my brand, which is like, however, you know, some amount of goodwill, have to give it some value. You shouldn't really lie on that either. You have to give it some fair estimate. How much would you sell the H-Rock YouTube channel for? What's funny is this exists. I think I would not do it unless the number was insane. But like, there's companies right now, and they've made offers that buy YouTube channels. I don't know if they're still doing this. This is a while ago. Jarvis talked to me about one, introduced me to one, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And what they do is they buy your YouTube channel, but you have to keep working on it. So they'll give you like plus, you know, 800K up front, and then like a 5-year contract, and then you have to keep making videos, but they keep all the cash flow. And the idea is the 800K is supposed to go towards improving your content. Like you cash out some for yourself, but the idea is like, oh, you need a studio, you need to hire writers, you need to staff up your thing. We'll give you a bunch up front, but then we get all your upside. And the only way this is a good idea if you're a YouTuber, like the only way is if you get a big enough number that you know you're not going to make that much and you just cash out. You do the exact terms of the contract and you cash out, and then they get a fucking dead channel. They become bag holders, right? And you know, the only way you win this deal is if they're dumber than you are with their money. Like if they are less intelligent about valuing your channel, which is totally possible, especially 2 years ago. That's the only reason I asked about it. I was talking to Jarvis because I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me there's companies out there that raised a bunch of investor capital that might be dumb? That did not sound surprising to me. Like, what if they're just dumb and they give me, you know, $4 million or something, and then yeah, of course I would cash out, right? Then I can make whatever content I want. They can try to get whatever they can out of it, but you don't need to cash out. You can work on it and take way less risk, and after 5 years, you reap all the rewards of brand and channel bending. Yeah, you don't need to cash out. Like you, Big A, don't even have a 5-year-old YouTube channel. Oh yeah, I know. I think 5 years is crazy. You're basically, I mean, 5 years is basically saying what my YouTube channel will make goes to you. H-Rock, do you use Blind? I just joined instantly talking. Oh yeah. So chat, if you don't know what Blind is, it's an app for people that I think it's tech companies only, right? Basically people that work in tech companies to post anonymously. Like an anonymous, I don't know, Reddit or forum for people that work in tech companies. And you have to prove you work there to like sign up, but then your account is anonymous. It's everyone just bitching about their pay, their workplace, their bosses, their managers, the companies. It's just, if you want to like, if you work in Silicon Valley and you want to find more reasons to hate your employer, then you just join Blind, bro, and you will find a million of them. But the problem is, I mean, at least the era when I tried out Blind, it was all people that were so insanely fucking privileged and complained about it. It was like people that make 350K complaining that they didn't get, you know, 450K. People that like, oh my God, the fucking coffee machines in Amazon, you know, they don't even have fucking frappuccinos, dude. It's like, they don't even have blue bottle free coffee in the fridges anymore. And then it's just a bunch of people responding and saying how fucking true it is and how they don't even care about employees here. I found it to be a miserable experience. Literally right now, it's like total comp 2 mil. Am I getting screwed? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like some of the worst responses of humanity. I'll take their job if they don't want them. Well, I mean, you have to probably do something, but yeah. Software engineer entitlement's getting chump checked right now. Maybe it's not far enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know. I haven't been on Blind in a couple of years. Software engineers are getting a little bit chump checked. The supply went way up and a bunch of layoffs happened. So people are getting chump checked a bit. The offers aren't as juicy.